All right, guys. I figured this would be fresh on my mind. So, when when you drive your scooter around, motorcycle, even your cars, um, let's say you're pulling into a business or something. Sometimes parking is very limited around here. Actually, it is very limited around here for businesses and shit. Um, because a lot of people take jeepneys, or they ride the tricycle, so they just get dropped off and they walk to their places where they're going, shopping or whatever. Um, and even in places that have a lot of parking, uh, there is so much traffic that it's hard to fucking get out of places. In a car, I see it all the time in cars. Um, Happens a lot in cars. I'll start with the cars first. Like you see these cars pulling parking spots at businesses, whether it's Jollibee, the grocery store, the bank, whatever. So everybody's got their windows fucking black. I mean, tinted completely black or limousine fucking, and they tint the front of their cars over here too. So I suppose that would limit their view a lot. But daytime also. So when somebody has trouble backing out of a spot, they nose into a parking spot, right? Just like in America. And then sometimes it's hard to back. I mean, you can back out, but you're going to be you could cause an accident here. I mean, literally, it causes an accident if you don't pay attention. So is what happens at these businesses. There's always somebody that doesn't work for the business. They're not working for the business. They're just standing there in these parking lots. It doesn't matter. There might be like a little strip mall, and there's like 5 businesses. So there'll be one person standing there taking care of all 5 businesses. And what that person's doing, when motorcycles or cars are pulling into these places and leaving, first of all, with the cars, he'll actually direct traffic, stop traffic for you, and watch you in your mirrors and back you out of your spot safely so you can continue on. And once he does that, usually it's before he does that, a lot of times it's afterwards, he'll go up to the driver and the driver will give him some change. So, I've done it before. Like, example for me today, I went to Jollibee well, it's happened several times at Jollibee actually. But today, for example, I pull in there. We've been to Jollibee twice today. I went there twice. I went there once earlier today just to get a sweet tea. I love their sweet tea. And then I had a hot fudge sundae, and then I had a Coke float. Fuck, I was thirsty as fuck after cruising around. But so I pulled into the Jollibee this afternoon, and they got an area for the workers where they park their bikes. And, there's like 30 bikes right there. It's incredible how many people they have working these places. Very efficient. They would do a good job. But anyway, they got a spot for for the workers. So I didn't park there. There's another spot. I didn't want to take a whole spot up, or, there's some empty spots, but I'm like, well, there's 2 bikes. There's a car stall with, you got 2 bikes up front and then 1 back behind it. And I thought, well, I'll be the 4th bike, right? I'll fucking pull in, block. So basically, I blocked somebody in, another bike. Well, there's a guy that works. Actually, there's 2 people there. It was a guy, and I think it was his girlfriend or wife who was with him, because they were always. I watched them. But anyway, I parked my bike there, and I go inside, and usually when you pull in these places, these people will tell you where to park. They'll help you find spots too. Let me tell you that right now. When you go to places and you're looking for a spot to park on your scooter, they'll flag you over and here's one for you right here, you know. And they don't even talk to you. They just motion you. And so you don't have to give them no money right then when they give you your spot. So I went in this Jollibee, grabbed my stuff, ordered my food, or not my food, my drinks or whatever. I sat down, and I had a feeling something was, you know, I just had a funny feeling. So I sat down in eye shot of my scooter, and there was cars parked around it. So I noticed a guy walking around and kind of looking, and I grabbed and I grabbed my bag because I wasn't gonna leave my bag in Jollibee, and this gal with her 2 kids. I says, "Hey, would you watch my stuff real quick?" And she's kind of seeing what was going on, and she's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So I walk out real quick, and I says, "Hey, dude, you can move that if it's in the way. Go ahead." He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, somebody might want to come out and get their bikes out or something." I says, "Yeah, just go ahead and move it. That's fine. Just push it out of the way and push it back in." He's like, "Oh, okay, no problem." So I go back in, finish my drinks, my sundae and my sweet tea and my Coke float. I drank them all. And I go out there, and I give the guy 20 pesos. 20 pesos is, what is that? It's 36 cents. 36 cents. I gave him 20 pesos. Let's see if I got one here. So 20 pesos is right here. 26 cents. I gave him one of these, a 20. Yeah, that's 20. I gave him 20 pesos, that's 36 cents. And I actually gave him a couple coins. I got some coins right here. I don't know what the fuck these are. I don't know how to read these coins at all, guys. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I got fucking, you know, I got like a fucking box of them down here. I've just been throwing them in a box. I don't know how to, okay, well, this one says fucking, this one says 10. So that might be a 10 peso? Is that what that is? 10? See the 10 on there? Maybe that's fucking 10 pesos. But I know 1 peso is fucking like a really big coin. So that's a 10 peso? What the fuck? Oh, okay, right, yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. My God, that's 5 peso right there. That's a 5 peso coin. So, see that? Well, 5. I never looked at these. Here's a 1 peso. Well, that's interesting because it says 1 on it. I had a coin the other day. The lady says, "Oh, I need 1 peso or something." So I just handed I opened my hand out with a bunch of fucking coins in it. She took the nicest coin there, which I don't know what it. And this is 5 pesos. These are all 5 and 1 pesos, guys. 1 fucking peso. These are all fucking 1 pesos. There's a 5. There's a 5. What, I see a 10 in there? 10. Where the fuck? Maybe I'll find another one of the big fucking coins. I don't know what the fuck it is, but. So I gave the guy that and some coins. He's like, "Thanks." I says, "No problem." So him and his girlfriend working there. I pulled in one place one day. I don't know where the fuck it was, and it was really hot out. And they do this too. It was really hot out. Oh, I went to Robinson's grocery store. That's right. I went to the grocery store the other day, and I pulled up there. And the guy says, "Here, park over here." He motioned me to park, so I was like, "Cool." And I went in and did my business, come out, and there's cardboard on my seat. And I was like, and they do that because your seat gets hotter and fuckier. So these parking lot attendants or whatever you call, I suppose you can call them, that don't work for the businesses, they just do this on their own as for money. I come out and he had cardboard in my seat. I'm like, "Oh, cool." And they're standing right out there watching shit, and he comes over, he's seen me, and he comes over, grabs the cardboard, and I just reach in my bag, grab him, give him a bunch of coins. He's like, "Thanks." I says, no, thank you. And so usually when I do that, I'm handing them a bunch of fucking, I'll give them a 20. I ain't gonna give them a 50. But, because the 50 is like a buck. You know, I'm not gonna give them $1 fucking help me park my fucking, you know. So I'll give them a 20 though. Here's another 20. Here's another 20. That's 36 cents. So, but he grabbed my cardboard and he's you know, he's directing me out, and I says, oh, I got it. I says, I'm going that way. Thank you, sir. Thank you. But they're very helpful. Very helpful. We went out to eat last night, and we went to, I think it was last night, the night before, I don't know, wherever. We went to this restaurant, and there's a guy, you know, what happens around here, guys, and my wife says she used to do this, and her sister. I guess I should show a little more compassion when it happens. It bothers me. It just bothers me to see it, I guess, is what it comes down to. It's not that I don't have compassion for the children when they do this, but I don't know. It just bothers me when they do it. But maybe I need to change my attitude. But anyway, this has happened a lot to me. When you're sitting down somewhere at a business, or just sitting down, looking at the ocean or whatever in a park on a bench with your wife, sitting there looking at the nice Christmas decorations, or in a restaurant, some children will come up to you, and they'll be like, usually it's 2 or more kids. I've seen, it's usually 2 to 4, 5 kids. I think I've never had just one individual child do it. I don't think. But they'll come up and they'll just start singing for you. And what they're doing, they're caroling. It doesn't matter if it's, you know, it's Christmas season, obviously, folks, but it doesn't matter. They'll just start singing, and they want you to give them money. So, you know, and I don't carry change with me, guys. I don't carry change. You know, a lot of times I just tell, when I buy something, I'll take all the bills and any coins they give me, I'd say just keep it. So, I give a lot of my change to, you know, the business. Luckily, I've had a few coins in my pocket here and there. But on these particular times, I never have any change. So, you know, and maybe I should show a little compassion. Maybe I should whip out a 50. But how are you going to split that between 4 kids? What are they? Whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm making excuses. That's like $1. 50 pesos, like $1. 36. Yeah. That'd be 72. Yeah, like $1. But so that happens a lot. But anything to make money around here, people are doing it. But these parking attendants, you know, that's a really good idea, and a lot of these businesses have them, you know, and that one I gave today, I gave it 20 pesos. A lot of people give them 20 pesos, so that adds up. Okay, but anyway, we went to this restaurant the other day, and we're sitting there eating. While the kids came up, they wanted to sing, and I kind of shooed them away, and they went to another customers, and they gave them some money. But I'm looking over, and I says, oh fuck, there's a guy sitting on my bike. You know, we got the whole family. I'm like, oh man, I'm like, whatever. And they just happen to know this guy. You know, they says, oh, that's actually one of the guys that lives in the barangay where we live. I was like, oh, and he's got some mental issues, whatever, that's fine. I says, and then he actually helped on the house. He actually was one of the laborers that helped too, because we've had a lot of laborers on the big pours, the big floor pours. There'd be like 10, 12 people helping on that. And I says, really? I says, well, can he speak? And they says, well, kind of spits out stuff. I says, if I went over and talked to him, would he understand me? They says, no, probably not. And I don't speak the language anyway. And I says, oh, whatever. And I says, what the fuck's he doing on my bike? You know? and so my sister-in-law got up and went and talked to him, went outside, and she comes back in. I says, what's he doing? And she says, oh, he's just sitting on it, making sure nobody messes with it. I says, oh, well, that's cool, you know. And you know, it didn't even cross my, you know, maybe if we would have ate, you know, finished eating, I would have went out there, probably reached in, tried to find a 20 peso. I would have given it to him. Honestly, I would have. But I wasn't going to just get up and give it to him right then. We hadn't even started our food yet or whatever. Finished our meal. And, but the wife gives, she says to Belle, here, give him 100 pesos. And Belle says, well, I got it. And so Belle walked over and gave him 100 pesos. And that's $2, folks. That's $2. And what did she say? He had already made. Now this is like, oh, fuck, it was pretty late. It was dark, 8:30, I don't know what time it is. But he'd already made like $10 or $15 that day. I'm like, damn, you know? That's a lot of money. That's more than a lot of people make here, guys. He already made $10 to $15 in one day for, you know, probably helping, being a parking attendant, helping people back in, pulling in and out of spaces, covering seats with cardboard, watching motorcycles, stuff like that. And he's really well known in the area. And I says, he lives down where we live? And they says, yeah, he lives just right behind us. I says, well, does he drive? And they're like, no, he don't drive. I says, well, how's he get here? I mean, he's a long ways from home. And they're like, oh, he's not too far from home. He just walks everywhere. I'm like, so I pulled out my phone and got my Google Maps, and I already got our house fucking GPS'd in. And I says, well, it says right here, if I were to walk, it's 25 minutes. I says, damn. You know, I'm a lazy fucker, guys. I know 25 minutes ain't that far to walk. I realize that, but I'm like, damn. And this guy's he's a pretty big guy. And so obviously he's not afraid to work. But I wish I could have talked to him, but they says he wouldn't understand anything I'm saying. But yeah. But yeah, there's a little bit of that around, and a lot of, you know, everybody knows. It's a big city, but yet it isn't. You know, hell, I'll be driving along. This ain't no shit, and the kids, hi Brad, and I don't know who these kids are, but you know, when we leave down through here, when we take off here, there's like a few sorry stores. There's a basketball court, and there's church, and then there's some houses and a like 2 or 3 sorry stores right there, and there's a big open area, and a lot of people hang out there, and people sell foods and stuff, street foods, and the kids kind of play right there. So, and this is in the barangay, whatever you say, how you ever say that. And everybody knows everybody. You know, it's you know, a lot of people are related, and everybody knows everybody because they live in the same area. But a lot of people know me around here. It's amazing. I mean, and it's just it's cool. It's very cool. You know, hey Brad. It's like, and a lot of times, who are you? Oh, I'm such and such's cousin, or or you know, this or that. I'm like, oh, okay. And you know, they tell me their name. You know, I can't remember them. I can't remember them all, but no, that's pretty cool. So they do a lot of that over here when they help you out with your parking and pulling out. It helps, and so I guess I should start carrying a lot. I should start carrying a lot of my change, maybe in this little pocket right here, this first little thing right here. You know, start cooking that with me. And having that ready to go. But, yeah. Just thought I'd share that with you. All right. It's probably enough for tonight. Bucker out.